Welcome back to the channel, where ordinary coins can hide extraordinary value. Imagine picking up a simple quarter and discovering it could be worth thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. Today, we're uncovering the top 4 most valuable United States Washington $quarter coins, rare treasures that collectors are constantly searching for. These coins may look like everyday change, but rare mint marks, unique errors, and exceptional condition can turn them into auction gold. Stay with us, because one of these valuable quarters could already be in your pocket right now. So let's get started. First up, the 1979 D Washington $quarter, a coin that many people overlook, yet collectors are constantly searching for. If you've ever wondered whether your spare change might hold hidden treasure, this is one video you don't want to miss. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first President of the United States. Designed by John Flanagan, this iconic coin replaced the standing Liberty quarter and has remained a staple of American currency ever since. By 1979, the coin was being minted in large numbers at different facilities, including the Denver Mint, which is identified by the small D mint mark on the coin. Although millions of these quarters were produced, certain variations and conditions have turned some of them into highly desirable collectibles today. The 1979 D Washington quarter features a classic and recognizable design. On the obverse, you'll find the left-facing portrait of George Washington, along with the inscriptions, "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the year 1979. The reverse showcases a powerful eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows and olive branches, symbolizing both strength and peace. What makes some of these coins truly special, however, is not just the design but the condition and minting quality. Coins in fine condition show moderate wear but still retain clear details, especially in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers. Some rare pieces may also have minting errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, or unusual luster, which can significantly increase their value. At first glance, the 1979 D quarter might not seem rare due to its high mintage. However, rarity in the coin world often depends more on condition and unique characteristics rather than just production numbers. Finding a 1979 D quarter in true fine condition with strong detail and minimal damage can be surprisingly difficult. Even more valuable are coins that have been preserved in near-perfect condition, or those with rare mint errors. Collectors are always on the lookout for these hidden gems, and demand continues to grow as more people enter the hobby of coin collecting. This demand drives up prices, especially for coins that stand out from the rest. In general circulation, a typical 1979 D Washington quarter is still worth its face value of 25 cents. However, in fine condition, these coins can sell for anywhere between $10,000 million depending on their quality and eye appeal. If the coin is in extremely fine or about uncirculated condition, its value can rise to $10,000 million score even more. The real excitement begins when rare errors or exceptional preservation come into play. Some auction listings have shown 1979 D quarters selling for over $10,000 million, and in rare cases with significant mint errors or near perfect grading, prices can climb into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The difference in value all comes down to condition, rarity, and collector demand. If you're hoping to find a valuable 1979 D quarter, start by carefully examining your coins under good lighting. Look for sharp details, minimal wear, and any unusual features such as doubling or misprints. Avoid cleaning your coins, as this can actually reduce their value. Instead, store them in protective holders to preserve their condition. It's also a good idea to learn about coin grading or have your coin evaluated by a professional grading service. Staying updated with auction results and collector trends can help you understand what buyers are currently looking for and how much they're willing to pay. The 1979 D Washington quarter proves that even the most ordinary-looking coins can hold extraordinary value. Whether it's the historical significance, the detailed design, or the thrill of discovering a rare variation, this coin continues to capture the attention of collectors around the world. Next up, the 1995 P Washington quarter, a coin that most people would ignore at first glance, especially when it appears in a dark or blackened condition. But in the world of coin collecting, even something that looks worn or unusual can spark curiosity and demand. Could this seemingly ordinary coin actually be worth more than 25 cents? Let's find out. The Washington quarter has been a cornerstone of United States coinage since 1932, honoring the legacy of George Washington. By 1995, the coin was still being produced in large quantities as part of everyday circulation, with the Philadelphia Mint striking millions of quarters marked with a small p. This era was before the introduction of the state quarters program in 1999, meaning the design remained consistent with the classic eagle reverse. Although 1995 p quarters are common in general circulation, certain conditions and unusual appearances, like dark toning or blackened surfaces, have made some examples stand out to collectors. The 1995 p Washington quarter carries the familiar design that collectors recognize instantly. The obverse features the portrait of George Washington, along with the inscriptions, "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the year 1995, with the P mint mark indicating it was struck in Philadelphia. On the reverse, a detailed eagle spreads its wings, clutching arrows and olive branches. What makes some of these coins unique is their black condition, often caused by environmental exposure, oxidation, or chemical reactions over time. While damage can reduce value, natural toning, especially if it appears evenly dark or aesthetically appealing, can sometimes attract collectors. In rare cases, coins with unusual coloration or surfaces may even be linked to minting anomalies or storage conditions that make them more interesting. Technically, the 1995 p quarter is not rare due to its high mintage. However, rarity in numismatics is not always about how many coins were made, it's about how many survive in collectible or unusual conditions. A blackened 1995 p quarter with consistent toning or a unique appearance can draw attention, particularly if it stands out visually or shows signs of being preserved rather than damaged. Even more valuable are coins that combine this unusual look with high-grade details or mint errors. Collectors are always searching for coins that are different from the norm, and that's where demand begins to grow. In most cases, a standard 1995 p Washington quarter in circulated condition is worth its face value of 25 cents. However, coins in better condition, such as extremely fine or about uncirculated, may sell for $1 million. When it comes to black-toned or unusually colored coins, values can vary widely. If the toning is attractive and natural, collectors may pay anywhere from $1 million or more depending on eye appeal. Coins with certified grading, strong detail, and unique toning patterns have been known to reach higher prices at auction. If a 1995 p quarter also features a rare mint error, such as doubling or striking issues, its value can jump significantly, sometimes reaching into the hundreds of dollars. If you come across a 1995 p quarter with a dark or blackened appearance, don't rush to clean it. Cleaning can permanently damage the coin and reduce its value. Instead, examine it carefully under good lighting to determine whether the toning looks natural or uneven. Natural toning often has a smooth, consistent look, while damage may appear blotchy or rough. Storing coins in proper holders can help preserve their condition over time. It's also wise to compare your coin with verified examples or consider professional grading if you believe it has unique characteristics. Knowledge and patience are key in turning an ordinary coin into a valuable collectible. The 1995 p Washington quarter may seem like just another piece of loose change, especially when it appears dark or worn. But as we've seen, even coins in unusual, black, conditions can capture the interest of collectors and potentially carry added value. Whether it's the history behind the design, the mystery of its appearance, or the excitement of a possible rare find, this coin reminds us that hidden treasures can be found in the most unexpected places. Next up, the 1987 D Washington quarter, a coin that many people overlook, especially when it appears heavily worn from years of circulation. But in the fascinating world of coin collecting, even a worn coin can hold surprising importance. Could this everyday quarter actually be a rare find? Let's dive in and uncover the truth. The Washington quarter, first introduced in 1932, has remained one of the most recognizable coins in the United States. Designed by John Flanagan, it honors George Washington and replaces the earlier Standing Liberty design. By 1987, the coin was still part of regular circulation, but something interesting happened during this time. The U.S. Mint did not release any official uncirculated mint sets for collectors in 1987, making coins from this year, especially from the Denver Mint, marked with a D, more difficult to find in higher grades. As a result, most 1987 D quarters available today were heavily used in everyday transactions, which is why worn examples are so common, yet still important in understanding the coin's history. The 1987 D Washington quarter features the classic design that collectors know well. On the obverse, there is the detailed portrait of George Washington facing left, along with the inscriptions, "Liberty in God We Trust," and the year, 1987. The small D mint mark indicates it was struck at the Denver Mint. The reverse displays a strong eagle with wings spread wide, holding arrows and olive branches. In worn condition, many of these details may appear faded, especially in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers. However, even in this condition, the coin's structure and design remain identifiable. Some worn coins may also show interesting characteristics like die wear, strike weakness, or subtle minting variations that can catch a collector's eye. While millions of 1987 D quarters were produced, their rarity comes from a different angle. Because no official mint sets were released that year, collectors had fewer opportunities to obtain high-quality examples directly from the mint. This has made well-preserved coins from 1987 more desirable. However, even worn coins can attract attention if they display unusual features or are part of a complete collection. Collectors who aim to build year-by-year sets often seek out 1987 D quarters regardless of condition, simply because they are harder to find in pristine form. This ongoing demand keeps the coin relevant in the collector market. In worn condition, a typical 1987 D Washington quarter is generally worth its face value of 25 cents. However, depending on its condition and any unique characteristics, it can sometimes sell for around $2 million. The real value increase comes when the coin is found in better condition or with rare mint errors. Coins graded as about uncirculated or higher can reach $2 million or more. In rare cases, high-grade examples or error coins from 1987 D have been known to sell for $2 million at auction. Even though worn coins are not usually highly valuable, they can still be part of a bigger discovery if they show something unusual. If you come across a worn 1987 D quarter, don't dismiss it too quickly. Take a closer look at its details under proper lighting. Check for any unusual marks, doubling, or off-center strikes that could increase its value. Avoid cleaning the coin, as this can damage its surface and reduce collector interest. Instead, store it safely in a coin holder to preserve its current state. Learning about coin grading and staying updated with auction trends can help you better understand what collectors are looking for. Sometimes, even a worn coin can become valuable if it has the right features. The 1987 D Washington quarter proves that value isn't always about perfection. Even a worn coin can carry history, significance, and potential interest for collectors. While most of these quarters may only be worth their face value, some can surprise you with hidden features or higher demand in the right market. Next up, the 1978 Washington quarter with no mint mark, especially those found in a rusty or heavily corroded condition. While most people would overlook such a coin, collectors sometimes see things very differently. Could this worn and weathered quarter actually be worth more than you expect? Let's explore. The Washington quarter has been a key part of U.S. currency since 1932, created to honor George Washington. By 1978, the coin was being produced in large numbers for everyday circulation. Quarters without a mint mark from this year were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not include mint marks on coins until later years. The design remained the classic one by John Flanagan, featuring Washington on the front and a bold eagle on the reverse. While millions of these coins were made, Their journey through decades of circulation has left many in worn or damaged states, including coins that now appear rusty or heavily aged. If you find a 1978 quarter that appears rusty or heavily aged, resist the urge to clean it. Cleaning can permanently damage the coin and reduce any potential value. Instead, examine it closely under proper lighting to determine whether the appearance is due to natural toning or environmental damage. Look for unusual features such as doubling, misalignment, or other minting errors. Proper storage in a dry holder can help prevent further deterioration. It's also helpful to compare your coin with verified examples or consult a professional grading service if you believe it has something special. Knowledge and careful observation are essential in identifying coins that stand out. The 1978 Washington quarter without a mint mark reminds us that even coins in rough or rusty condition can spark curiosity and hold stories from the past. While most of these coins may not carry high monetary value, a few unique examples can surprise collectors with their rarity or unusual characteristics. The key is knowing what to look for and understanding how condition affects value. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more rare coin discoveries.